So today I want to talk about manager delusion. And this is kind of like a term that I made up myself as I've worked three jobs that are like in retail and customer service. And this can apply to anywhere. Manager delusion is just what it sounds like. It is a manager who is fucking delusional. And it's one of the most annoying fucking things in the fucking world. And I just kind of want to talk about my experience with manager delusion. And if you can relate to it, let me know. Or if you have a story, let me know because I know there's all kinds. Manager delusion can have a lot of, I guess, categories. The first thing that I can think of is when it comes to numbers and bonuses. What I've noticed and what I've kind of learned is that when it comes to certain things or metrics, so the first job that I had was at a coffee shop. This is a coffee shop that you may know very well. And I did not know what a drive-through time was until I got that job. I did not know that at that location and at probably other fast food companies that a drive-through time was something that was I guess used to average like how fast a transaction is at the window, but also it benefits the manager. From what I've read online, I've read a lot of it online. If you have the drive-through time down to, I mean, a pretty good amount, apparently the manager gets a bonus. And of course, the employees don't really get shit. The way I saw my manager literally rush around about this drive-through time and be on her asses about this drive-through time was kind of crazy. It was even to the point where it's like sometimes it's like we couldn't get that drive-through time down to what she wanted, especially in the afternoon because in the morning she scheduled enough people to handle the rush because morning rushes were not for the weak. And I was weak at first and I had to get used to the whole fucking chaos. Like it was a lot. But in the afternoon, we only had like four people working. And if it was in the summertime, oh man, it was terrible. Everyone's out of school. All the little kids want to get fucking frappuccinos and shit. Like nothing wrong with getting a frappuccino, but it is literally a wave of people. It's a lot. It's like, how do you expect us to have our drive-through time down to 30 seconds on average when we only have four people? And mind you, this job has a lot of different positions. You can do transactions at the window, take orders, or do both at the same time. You can make drinks at different stations. There's people who have to restock things and warm up the food, and there's so much stuff. And that's why typically about 8 or 9 people is enough to function in a very like busy shift. But it's like, how the fuck do you expect us to have a 30-second drive through time when there's only four of us? And if someone calls out, then we're really fucking screwed. It's shit like that. And like I said, it doesn't benefit the employees, it just benefits the manager because they get a bonus. They're really not the ones contributing much to the drive through time. They're just walking around and running around like acting like a drill sergeant, like, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. We need that drive through time down. God damn it, soldier. Like it's crazy. I've also seen manager delusion in that sense when it comes to credit cards. Now, my second job was at a cosmetic store. I never want to sell a credit card again, ever. I would love to never in my life sell a fucking credit card again. I will avoid it as much as I have to. Like, there is nothing more annoying than trying to sell a credit card. If you've never done it, and you don't think you'd want to do it, I'm telling you, you probably don't want to do it. You do have to craft your spiel. I tried crafting it in a way where it's like, okay, I give the information very quickly. I'm not going to like sit here and fucking talk like a fucking sloth about all the benefits of having this credit card or the membership. Why the no. I'm not doing all that because I'm thinking in the mind of the customer, they just want to get their shit and go unless they want more stuff or they want a discount, like, you know, but at this job and probably other jobs and in the training modules, they tell you how to bypass a no, which is crazy when you think about it. No means no. Crazy. How to like try to change their mind on getting the credit card or the membership because if you get a no, then it shows up in the system like you are ranked or you have numbers with your name, a percentage for how many memberships you got, how many signups you got that day, and then another percentage for credit cards. When I was working at this cosmetic store, we had chat-ins and chat-outs. We would always at the beginning of our shift, we would write down our commitments and goals and stuff. "Oh, educate the guest on products, and I'll, help with the event and try to hit our sales goal," and all this stuff. And then we'd also have goals for, how many signups we'll get for memberships, and then how many credits card I can't talk. How many credit cards we're gonna sell. My manager, some of the goals that she had were really unrealistic, because in my head, it's like not everyone's going to want a credit card for this cosmetic store. I don't see the reason. I mean, I know you can get credit cards for anything or for whatever reason. I feel like if you have a business, then you could use the credit card because you're going to be getting like cosmetic, like products, makeup, hair stuff all the time. So, okay, that makes sense. But a lot of these people don't want this fucking credit card, unless they don't know what the fuck they're getting into and stuff. And she be like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna get 20 cards today." Excuse me? What the fuck are you fucking okay? "We're gonna get 20 cards today. We're gonna get 30 cards." I would just stand there like, what the fuck is she talking about? Because I feel like on a good day, on a rare good day, or maybe during the holidays, you could probably get that goal, but not even that high. I mean, probably like 12, honestly. Um, but the delusional part is with that, but also just the way that they will do anything to get like to bypass the no, basically, or to get us to bypass the no. I am not going to force someone or stand there with a customer and get them to sign up for a credit card, because I've heard at other locations for this cosmetic store, some people sometimes they have a script for the cashiers to read, and when it gets that bad, it's crazy. It's insane. But they will do anything. I remember having a chatted with one of my managers one day, and she was asking like what happened with my percentages or whatever, like, "Oh, it's kind of low, like tell me about what happened there and stuff." And I'll tell them from what I remember. And I remember telling her like, "Oh, well, it was a kid without their parents around, right? And they were just buying something probably with their parents' money or something." And, I asked for a phone number, like, "Oh, like, do you know your mom's phone number or something?" And whatever. Um, and they say no or whatever. They don't remember the number. Their parents aren't there. I'm not about to get them to sign up with a new phone number or whatever like that. 'Cause I've been told to get them to do that. Children, by the way. I'm a grown ass person. You want me to get a child to sign up for a membership, their parents aren't even there? They don't even know what it is. And yeah, it's just a basic membership, but still. And even so, like my manager, I remember her telling me to tell a child, like if a kid or very young, like young teenager comes in, and to get them to sign up for a membership, say you're gonna get a free gift. I don't know about y'all, but that was weird to me, and I wasn't going to do that shit, because you don't even get a free gift when you sign up for a membership. That's not something that comes with signing up for the membership. You get a free gift if it's your birthday or whatever like that. But you want me to tell a child, or you want me to like tell a kid, "Oh, you're going to get a free gift if you sign up." That's weird. Just so my numbers can go up? Really? And probably so you can get another bonus? Really? I'm not stooping that low. I was just like, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. I'm honestly not going to do that. And then another thing with manager delusion, which kind of goes across like the first two jobs I talked about in my current job as well. It's just like pretty much a lot of jobs. Hours. I cannot stress how like the logic of hours and hiring people and not scheduling people and having all of these employees for what. And yes, I understand that a lot goes into like how hours are given out or determined and stuff. And oh, maybe it's the time of year. Oh, maybe the business is slow right now and all this shit. Right. But the manager delusion part is when they lie to the employees. They lie to their team. I remember at the coffee place that I worked at, it was summertime. And like I said, it would be really busy because all the kids are out of school and they want a frappuccino, and adults are also out too with their kids and just whatever. I remember like when think my hours were getting cut, and you know when your hours get cut and then you ask other people, "Hey, are your hours getting cut too?" So you try to see if it's just you or not. But I remember my store manager saying like, "Oh, we're not really that busy right now and we don't need to use all those hours and or we don't have the hours." And I'm just like, "We're not busy. We're like the highest volume store in this like city. What are you talking about?" I don't know if that's something they're told to say or if that's just some bullshit that they make up that they think I'm going to believe, but I don't believe it because the mornings are a rush. The afternoons after the morning people leave is still a rush. Even the evening can be a rush. What the fuck do you mean we're not busy? Hiring a bunch of people and then not giving them hours. I don't understand that. And if someone can explain it to me, please do. I could probably fucking Google it. But I've literally seen where like at my first 2 jobs, like they'll hire a bunch of people, new people, and give them hours. Give them maybe more hours than the people who have been there longer. And I just don't understand the logic. How are you going to hire more people and not give them hours or give them more hours than the people who have been there? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I feel like like the tactics of like businesses in the job market just make like maybe I'm just a simpleton. I don't understand shit. But the hour shit is so dumb or like I don't know. And also a huge thing with manager delusion, and the last thing that I'll talk about with manager delusion, managers don't they don't understand what their employees do for them because in reality, without the employees and the people that they hired, their store would not be running. It would not be functioning, right? And not all managers are appreciative of what their employees do, what their team does. But another thing is that they don't understand what they do. Like the higher and higher you go up into like the hierarchy of like I guess a company and stuff like that, you have a lot of people who are out of touch. They literally they have no idea what the people at the bottom, like the working ants, are actually doing. And it's like they'll have these expectations and it's like, do you understand what we're up against? Do you know what we do day in and day out? How do you expect us to do? Like, okay, for example, current job that I work at, I remember having a meeting, like we all had a meeting as a team, as a department, and I remember my manager saying like, he said a lot of things like saying that, oh, we need to like do this, do the be faster, or like there's no reason that this or no reason that that, and yada yada yada. We were going through like a remodel at the time, so a lot of shit was changing and a lot of, new features and rules and regulations and all that stuff. It's like they didn't understand what exactly we do. He's only done it like this manager had only done her job like a couple of times or helped a couple of times, but it's just like, do you understand that when it gets extremely busy and people are ordering a bunch of shit, one, if we don't have enough people, then we're not going to be on time with anything. But also sometimes it's just a busy fucking day. And you're like breathing down everyone's neck, telling them to do this and do that. It's too much. It's like you don't understand what we do at all. And at the end of this meeting, which I didn't get to say it because I waited till the end to raise my hand and we had to get back to work. But something that I really wanted to say and emphasize is that, and this goes for other companies too, there are decisions that are often made higher up by higher ups, and they don't even understand what the decisions are. They don't know how it's going to affect us and our workflow or make things either more efficient or more of a shit show. And it's like, how are we supposed to work against that? We can't talk to them. We can't negotiate with them because a lot of them won't even fucking listen to what any of us have to say. So it's like, how do you want us to go up against that? Like, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. I'm literally losing my train of thought, so I think I need to stop talking. But yeah, manager delusion is annoying as shit. I wish I had a work environment where nobody was an asshole and they had sympathy and empathy and all this shit and they were actually caring. Not doing that fake, oh, we care about you and we want to have a good work culture. From the places I've worked so far, it's like I will never, ever trust a manager again in a first interview or like when they are new to like our location or our store, never again, because they be having on a fucking mask and they don't mean the shit that they say. They want to seem nice, but they're actually not. They're pieces of shit. But that's it for manager delusion. I want to know if anyone relates to what I said. Have you been through manager delusion before? Has it pissed you off just as much as it's pissed me off or whatever like that? But yeah, that's it for this video, and until the next one, whatever I talk about.